In this game theory video, we're going to look at how a player should respond if they think their opponent is crazy. And this will introduce the idea of a Maximin strategy, a strategy that a player uses to avoid the worst possible outcome. Why might you use this? Again, your opponents perhaps cannot be trusted to act in their own self-interest. They might not know their dominant strategy because they're irrational, crazy, in poor health, or maybe they make decisions in a hurry without thinking them through. So here is our payoff matrix. We got two players, player 1 and player 2. Player 1 can play a top strategy or a bottom strategy. Player 2 can play a left strategy or a right strategy. In our first scenario, we'll assume that the players are rational, and then we'll relax that assumption and assume player 1 may be irrational. So with the rationality assumption of both players, we'll notice in this game player 2 does not have a dominant strategy. If player 1 were to play bottom, player 2 would choose left. If player 1 would play top, player 2 would choose right. 300 is greater than 50. But again, if player 1 were to play bottom, 200 is greater than 150. So player 2 does not have a dominant strategy. In terms of player 1 does have a dominant strategy. The bottom row for player 1 dominates the top row. 500 is bigger than 200. 600 is bigger than 400. So player 1's dominant strategy is bottom. Again, with rationality, player 1 should play bottom. Player 2 would know this because this payoff matrix is common knowledge. So if player 2 knows player 1 will play bottom, player 2 will want to get the highest payoff. So if player 1 is going to play bottom, player 2 would choose to play left because 200 is bigger than 150. And that would lead us to this Nash equilibrium of bottom left, or 500, 200. All right, so let's relax assumption. Let's assume player 1 is crazy. If player 2 suspects player 1 cannot be trusted to play bottom, player 2 uses a Maximin strategy. So how do we do this? Well, find the lowest payoff for player 2, and that's $50. So basically we want to avoid the possibility of being stuck with only $50. So player 2 will play right. And that's player 2's Maximin strategy to play right. So for example, if player 1 were to play top instead of bottom, and if player 2 played left, player 2 would end up with $50. So we want to avoid that possibility of player 1 maybe accidentally not playing bottom and playing top. So if we do that, the potential outcome here would be $300 for player 2 playing right. All right, I hope you found this video helpful.